Hello there, my beautiful Aries signs. It's Rachel with Dark Knight Coaching. Today's video is all about you, Aries. This is gonna be a reading, primarily about your work-life balance. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is very much so career-oriented. Now, for some of you, there might be a little bit of love here, but it's self-love in this tarot reading for sure. If that's not going to resonate with you, then this is just your forewarning. That message is probably not for you if this isn't what you're looking for. But chances are you clicked onto this video, so there's probably something here for you, Aries. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in to the tarot first, and then I'm going to read the oracle cards for you, which is a little bit backwards from what I traditionally do, but I think that's kind of what you need at this time. So I do feel like you got to mix things up, and that's kind of why I'm going with the energy today, because usually I just go, like, I meditate on and I listen to music when I do all of your polls and everything, and then I just read it to you as it's already presented. I usually don't shuffle on camera just because it takes quite a while sometimes for the cards to pop out, but for whatever reason I was just guided to go ahead and shuffle the tarot for you. So your past energy I have is the Empress. This is your feminine energy. This is tied to your femininity, basically. This is also a card of fertility or motherliness or what else? Fruitfulness, essentially. Like all of the things feminine, it basically is wrapped up into this card. So some of you might be dealing with a mother figure, or maybe having some issues in the past with a mother figure. Now, your present energy is the Three of Cups. This is about a celebration, a job well done, a fulfillment. I feel like for a lot of you, you've gotten some sort of promotion and you're really throwing yourself into like this work thing, because I say that because you have the Workaholic card. Now, this Workaholic card is very much so tied to this Three of Cups. And you also have the Advancing card from the I Ching. So advancing is also about like making, lemonade out of lemons, but it's also like it's kind of the alchemy card or the magician card of like using what you have to produce many things. The Workaholic card is tied to your throat chakra, which is symbolized by the blue here around the outside of this card. That is tied to your truth, your purity, your authenticity, your self-expression, that sort of thing. So I feel like your work at this time is very much so how you're expressing yourself. If it's coming from a place of joy, that's totally up to you. But for a lot of you, I feel like you have to bring that joy into your life, because there are a couple cards where Spirit is basically asking you to do that, to find the joy. So even though you may be like working a lot, it may not be as pleasureful or as rewarding possibly as you anticipated, or just, with any job where you're advancing or getting more duties, say it's a managerial position, you're required to care for more people, you have more responsibilities, and sometimes that can weigh heavy on you. Now, this I Ching card, number 35, says advancing. It says Prince Kong used a gift of horses to breed a multitude. In the course of a day, he mated them 3 times. So, he tried to take his one gift of a horse and make it into many, and he did. So it says, like Prince Kong, brother of King Wu, who was rewarded for his loyalty with horses, you have been given gifts and you must make the most of them. Strength, inspiration, and popularity enable you to travel further and faster. Magnify your blessings by acting accordingly to seize the opportunity to advance and prosper. So what gifts have you been given, and how can you make the most of those things? And again, that's up to you, but it is a journey, so don't get lost in the little bits of it. I do feel like there is a lot of positivity coming your way, but you're in this this pilgrim phase, which is interesting because this is like unknown territory, basically, card to me. That's what I initially get from it. The visuals aren't very great there, but usually like in life we have these pilgrimage journeys where we have to go at it alone, and there's no one there to guide us, there's no one there to hold our hand. Maybe at work you might have a mentor, because in this card it's like the prune and then there's a raisin right there. So he's a fresh young prune and he's being taught how to paint by this raisin. So that might be some old lady or some old man's teaching you the way of the world or whatever it is. But Spirit's guidance for that is also communication is key here. So the new moon in Gemini, you might be dealing with a Gemini sign, but communication is going to get you very far. Now, with the positive cards that Spirit is asking you to emulate, basically, is the Joy card. And then you have the I bring positive energy into my life card, which is pretty self-explanatory there. So the Joy card is you delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. And maybe you're lacking in the fun sector because, again, if you're in a job where it requires you to be the boss or in charge of other people, sometimes it's very hard to have that like work-life balance where you have to almost toe the line of being nice but not taken advantage of. So use your due diligence there. But if you are a boss and you're trying to up employee morale, there's a lot of guidance and advice I can give to you if you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session. Free advice too on here. Just watching this video would just generally be, do something that incentivizes your employees, because a lot of the times most employees, especially working in a factory type setting or just most corporate settings, they tend to feel a bit jaded or a bit like a cog in the wheel, so there's not a whole lot of gratification or incentive in most of those corporate type jobs unless you're in sales, and even then sometimes that's a bit cutthroat of a opportunity. So anyways, hopefully that helped. But your next card is the moon. So there's something going on here with the moon for you, Aries, that we are going to have that moon in Aquarius. It's a full moon, I believe. So a full moon happens when it's opposite the sun, and I feel like there is some significant shifting happening for the collective generally with this Aquarius moon, because Aquarius is the humanitarian moon and we are in the age of Aquarius. So there's some really serious downloads and some serious energy things that are going to be happening for the whole collective, not just for you, Aries, but for everyone. So this moon card says, escape from the black cloud that surrounds you, and then you will see your own light as radiant as the full moon. So again, I feel like if you've been in kind of like a lull or like a work only mode, it's just like Spirit's asking you to mix it up, to just do it a little bit different. Now in your future tarot, you have the Six of Wands. I think I forgot to finish after I did the Three of Cups because that was the celebration card. But your future is the Six of Wands. This is all about celebrating yourself, celebrating victory, success. And I feel like maybe you forgot to celebrate yourself, but when you got this promotion or whatever it is that you should be celebrating. So make sure in the future you're really doing something to celebrate your success and your victory. And then your subconscious information here is the Hermit card. This is all about introspection, going within, and this is the shadow aspects of yourself. So maybe with that moon card, you might be having some internal revelations about what it is that you're doing, why you're driven to go on this certain career path or be in this particular field. I do feel like you're going to have some internal work to do there. And then, Spirit is really asking you also to be, sorry, the glare is terrible. There we go. To be in the here and now. I don't know if you can't really see that very well either. This card says here and now, and it's number 32. So that might be a significant number for you. So it's like being in the moment. Don't forget to breathe. Even if you are the boss and you're in charge and you're like really stressed out at work, there are quick things you can do in your office where you can do some box breathing, which is basically where you breathe in for 4 counts, you hold it for 4 counts, you breathe out for 4 counts, you hold that like 4 counts, and then you just do that over and over again. I think the Navy SEALs do that as part of their like calm down stuff when they're in like the line of fire or whatever. So that might be a good method for you. And then another method that I like to recommend to clients is doing the Wim Hof breathing. So there's like a free app you can get. I think it's called like Simple Hof. That's the one I use. And it's basically like you can set it for, set yourself up, do it for like 5 minutes. And then basically you kind of get in this calmer state. And then you can also basically do some somatic healing because it releases a lot of trauma and stress and things like that. So the last card I have for you, Aries, is from my third eye intuition deck. It says develop. Sorry for the sun. You can't see anything else. It says slow down and still your mind. Make the conditions perfect for your intuition to speak to you. Relax into the moment and listen to what your body and your mind are trying to tell you. So again, I just feel like that's that being in the here and the now, being present in the moment, being appreciative, having an attitude of gratitude, Aries, which sometimes when you are in charge, that's just a hard thing to find, like a sweet spot or a safe escape. But try to give yourself, 5 or 10 minutes a day to just quiet the mind where you're not in this like boss mode all the time. So that's what I have for you. I hope this video helped. If it did, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate you for watching. But yeah, I will see you next time, Aries. Hope you have a great month.